Hello, it's your girl, Mama Mia. So I wanted to continue to talk about David, but in order for me to do that, I have to explain why God is replacing Saul with David. Okay, so I'm going to go way back into Exodus and talk about how Egypt was held captive. Okay, so they were being held captive by Pharaoh, and God had rescued them. Okay, and so that talks about the plagues and the Red Sea, and we'll get into more of that at another time. But I just wanted to give you some background. And so once he saved them, they in turn saw all these other kingdoms have a king. Well, and they wanted a king, but God tried to explain to them that, listen, I can give you this. However, the king that you'll get is going to do all manner of wrong things. He's going to steal from you. He's going to bring your daughters and your sons into slavery. I mean, he's explaining that if you decide to do this, you're going to suffer. Okay? They wanted to do it anyway. And Saul was that king. God anointed him to be the king. And Saul wasn't all bad. He wasn't all bad. Saul was like head of an army. It was like a general in the army. And so he went on ahead and he became king as this is what they wanted. He became king and he started doing all manner of things. I mean, and though he loved God, So I want to be clear about that. He absolutely loved God. But like most of us, he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And so he had, even after he had explained, God had explained to him, hey, look, I want you to do this, this, and this, but I don't want you to do that. And so because he still went on ahead and did that after after going against God for, X amount of years, he decided to do that. So, okay, so he's replacing Saul with David. David, who is, and so when he anoints David, when he has David anointed, right? David is like 15 years old. When he has David anointed. So it's going to be a minute before he becomes king. But in the interim of that, he removes the anointing from Saul, and an evil spirit comes upon him. And so his servants see that this evil spirit is upon him. And he says, they telling him, you need to have someone that can play a harp who can, drive that spirit away. Well, one of the servants had heard David play. And so he had, so Saul said, go and get him. And when they brought David in, David came in and he played the harp and he was able to drive the evil spirit away. So this is the first encounter that David and Saul have together, right? Okay. So that's the first encounter. On the next video, I'm going to talk about David and Goliath. Because even though this is the first encounter that they've had together, they don't really, it's not really they don't really know each other. This is where they really get to know each other during David and Goliath's battle. Okay, till the next video.